going to practice telling time. That's
I am so tired. Good morning. It is 6:37. It was such a struggle to get out of bed. I went to bed like at 10:30 last night. Biggest mistake ever. Okay, let's start the day.
I made a mistake in going to bed past 10:30 last night because it was really hard for me to get up and stay focused in the morning. I spent some time with the Lord and I do my very best to read the scriptures every morning before I start the day. I try to make every school morning cozy so that I can be productive. I find myself being the most productive when I love my environment, but I'm curious to know how you stay productive. I would definitely love to hear your side. The camera doesn't do enough justice on how cozy and peaceful today is with the amazing rain that I am experiencing. Here, it's actually quite rare for rain to appear in the early months of fall. Usually what gets me productive is putting away unnecessary clutter like a pile of socks or random clothes that need to be put away. Generally, in my morning routines, I always do my productive showers, if that makes sense, as I get ready for the day. It takes me about 2 hours to get myself in order, and it is quite a long time, not gonna lie, but I usually like to estimate when I should be done. So my initial process is at least 60 minutes of reading the Bible, talking to God, and 60 minutes on brushing my teeth, showering, fixing my hair, skincare, and getting dressed, etc. When I'm home alone or everybody is sleeping, I make myself breakfast. Whether it's light like a bowl of oatmeal with fruits and honey, or a plate of eggs with some vegetables. Today I decided to add some bacon in my breakfast. Fun fact, each one of these pieces of bacon give 4 grams of protein. That's kinda crazy, not gonna lie. But y'all gotta know that I am trying to bulk, and yeah, it's actually pretty hard for me because people tell me, it's so easy, it's not hard. But to me, I guess I can't eat a lot, and it's just kinda hard for me just to stuff everything in, but I gotta work on it. Every week, Mondays and Wednesdays, I have some sort of meeting. Today I have a bi-weekly Spanish meeting, and next week I have English and history. My meetings usually go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday if it's a busy week, and if it's more of like a light week, I usually just have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Monday, Wednesday. Well, I am back from breakfast. It is currently 9:30. You might be saying to yourself, Jesse, there is no way you do that every single day, every single breakfast. Actually, I do. I just don't typically take forever to eat, and I don't typically gather a bowl of fruits. Last week and the week before, I got up at 6:30 every single day. And last week it was a little more of a struggle, or this week I should say. But definitely last week and previous week I was on it, and I was going 6:30 every single day.
I'm going to go ahead and start.
My Spanish teacher is great. Basically gives me a free pass on the whole elective if I do all my work. But I just dislike how slow the meetings are. To me personally, I'm already tired. Having a slow meeting just typically makes me even more tired. But I try my best to do all the assigned things in my meeting, like, camera on and stuff like that.
Podemos comer.
Every single Spanish meeting, I have to read a dialogue at least 3 times out loud in front of the whole class. And there's about 20 of us. I am all done with the meeting, finally. It was about 45 minutes. I'll be honest, I got really behind on this week. Today I have just so much work to do because I was doing what. This is probably the best part of the whole school study session. Usually when I take breaks or even before I start school, I turn on this campfire and I have music in the background. And the song or playlist that I have on is has rain in the background. So it really just helps me hear the rain, and especially that it's raining today. It just helps me so much to have the rain environment. Today is more of a difficult day for me because I fortunately saved a lot of assignments for me to do today. It's a terrible thing, and I'm currently working on myself. It's a self-improvement thing that I'm doing where I'm trying to make myself finish all my assignments. I wasn't sure if I wanted to make myself a hot beverage, but I decided to because I was just feeling quite tired, and I just simply usually make myself a hot beverage every morning. So what I typically do is I make myself a hot London fog, and I'll explain the recipe to you in a minute. But I do this basically every morning, and it's such a relief. Honestly, it's just like if you have a beverage of your choice that you love. Maybe, I don't know, honestly, a Red Bull could be for you, maybe a coffee, I personally still don't like coffee. I'm still maturing probably. I don't know. It's so mid to me. Or maybe a tea, perhaps. I know a lot of Americans or people just don't like tea. They think it's gross or bland. But if you're in that category, there's no hate. We're just having a civil conversation. I am part European, so I just love tea and I love every bit of it. And so I typically just make it, you know, before breakfast or during breakfast. But today I kind of got off track, and because of the rain, I was not able to make myself a cup of tea. So I just don't know, power was out or something. It was kind of annoying, but yeah. Alright, so what I have right here is a London fog. It's a hot one, as you notice. What I do in the winter time, I usually do hot. In the summertime, I do cold, iced. And I almost nailed the amount of milk I need to steam. I just have like very little bit left. I can show you like right there we go. Very little bit left. So I'm gonna drink a little bit of this and then like just pour it in. It's blazing hot, but it's so good. I did not really balance the milk and water really too well this time. I feel like it's more watery, but it's quite alright. I'll just add, I guess, more milk. And this is something I'd love to do every morning, but this morning rain situation happened, so I wasn't really able to. But you know, it works out in the end. The recipe is quite simple. It is a spoonful of vanilla syrup. I think it's like a quarter of a tablespoon of honey. I steeped the Earl Grey tea in water, put the milk in. Of course, I steamed it. You can boil the milk too. I'm not really sure how that's gonna taste, but you can steam it, you can boil it. I usually do half of the cup water, other half of the cup milk. And that just balances everything out. I really have two different types of morning routines during the week. One of which is basically a family morning routine. So I technically, when my parents are home, when they're not really busy, they sometimes or usually make me breakfast and stuff like that. And then when they're usually like at work or they have like their work week and stuff, I usually gotta take care of myself. And that's where I make breakfast and, you know, do all the stuff. But the rain did stop just about 30 minutes ago. It is 1:13 p.m. So that concludes this morning routine segment. If you have any video suggestions, let me know down in the comments. I would love to hear them. And I'll see you next time. See you next week.